সেই কবিতায় আছে কলকাতা আমার বুকে বিষম পাথর হয়ে আছে। তো আমার এখানে এসে বুঝতে পারলাম যে বাঁকুড়া কতখানি আমার কাছে অত্যন্ত প্রিয়, এটুকু বুঝতে পারি। তো যাই হোক, I'm really grateful that Shukhendu and Shubhadev are still carrying on this work. At one point of time, I was inspired by different other universities, very advanced universities, which actually began to launch specialized centers of study. What are these centers of study made for? These are very specialized area studies, and they don't just disseminate the ideas, but at the same time they conduct research. Research in these very new fields. So I began to realize that our university has not really become that mature enough, but still is able to conduct such centers, because we have an excellent crew of teachers, It is perhaps the only university where we could procure excellent talents from different disciplines, not only English, not only philosophy, but in most of the subjects we could do that. So therefore, when we have this excellent repository of resources, so naturally why shouldn't we try to establish a center? So that's why I began to encourage our teachers. And I still remember that Shubhadev and Shukhendu, both of them came up to me with the idea of establishing a new kind of center, a Posthumanities center. Now, posthumanism actually has been the very in thing at that time, but was not very popular. So I felt really encouraged by them. So therefore, it is actually these two teachers who actually gave me this idea, this vision of establishing a new kind of area study. So that's why I immediately took it up as the launching pad, and I began to encourage many other departments who had, as I said, the ability. It may be that we don't have much money, but the university is a new university, so naturally you can see, you can very easily understand that it's very difficult to procure money. But I sat together with the registrar and the finance officer, and I wanted to see the position of our own fund, the fund that we create, generate and expand every year. So naturally, I could say that every year, whatever I earn from the students, from the researchers, or from whatever other sources, so that actually gives me some kind of provision, a very meager provision out of that for a university. So we could come to the agreement that yes, if we have these many centers, that means 7 or 8 or 9, then we can spend up to this. So we will give to each center, say 50,000 or maybe 25,000, and they will get registration from the participants, and they will do many other things by which they can generate their own funds. So it is in this way that we want to invest. You know, I was thinking the right way that I can now see. I am going to join the Global Business Summit of Bengal. Now there, they are asking us many different questions. One of the questions is, what is the investment in higher education, your higher education institution that you are making? কত টাকা লাগাচ্ছ? Now the question is, we did this, that is it just a donation of the university? No. The university gives this money in return of something else. They will produce research, they will engage students in research, they will generate new ideas which will sell. So naturally, when some papers are published abroad or other very important journals, what happens? The university gets a rating. আমাদের গতবারে যখন হলো 12B জন্য যখন রেটিং হলো, তখন দেখা গেল যে we excelled in many different areas, in most of the areas, but we could not excel in research. রিসার্চে আমরা 0.1 না কত একটা পেয়েছিলাম। তার কারণ কি, প্রচুর লেখা এসেছিল, আমরা পাঠিয়েছিলাম প্রচুর, but they eliminated mechanically all those which are not properly recognized journals. So therefore, একটা রাফ বলছি যে ধরো 100টা ছিল, তাতে 12টা accepted হয়েছে। So naturally, what I mean to say, that such centers will not return the money back, will return in a different way. Will give you back the money in a different way. That means making the research, getting it published, creating a new intellectual property. So that is the goal that the university sets for itself. This is how our idea was, that such centers will generate new ideas, will go for publications, will make new research. So all of these will ultimately help the university to build, to promote its face. In different universities, nowadays, they have a branding and promotion department. A new concept of modern university is to build a branding and promotion department in the university. They will create the image of the university. And for us, such centers can build the image. So that's why I'm really feeling happy that they are creating, they're continuing this task despite many difficulties. We know that we don't have much money, but we are inspired. And if you have inspiration, then you have everything. So this is how actually I really feel very delighted to be able to join this colloquium. We are calling it colloquium. So thank you very much. I will not talk much about this topic. Well, there are many things to say. Actually, you know that by including the animal, you are in fact trying to disrupt the hierarchy of creation. God created man in his own image. Imago Dei. Right? God's image. That is man. That's why from time immemorial, in all texts, in all ancient texts, you will find that there is a definitive hierarchy. The hierarchy, the lowest is the insensate. The stones, according to them, insensate, the trees, although we don't believe that now. And then higher up, you can find the animals. Then still higher up, you can find find man. So man is at the top of creation, just after God. So that's why, in a way, it is a man-centered art that we have created. But there are others. Nowadays, we have the insensate that behaves like the sensate, the machines. We have the animals that have a definitive place, because man is not outside the animal world. So that's how, actually, I welcome this idea. There will be much debate on this. There will be questions raising out of this. But this idea of the animal, this inclusion and emphasis on the animal, actually creates a ground for debate. So I welcome this idea. Thank you very much for asking me to say something. Thank you very much.